Hi. So prior to starting GEMS and learning about GEMS, I had made a lot of jokes about my personality. Like I must have some split personality disorder or whatever, because I felt opposing energies bubble forth in me. Turns out I'm Ruby Emerald, and so while I like to take charge and be in the spotlight and, one up. That's something that is just to show them up. Is something that Danny mentioned in one of the last first steps I attended. It took a really long while to piece through that. I just didn't know who I was and why I needed to honor certain things. For me, I have a great need for organizing my thoughts and organizing my goals and organizing things and breaking them down into processes, and I never really honored that because being Ruby, I wanted to go, and I did a lot of things fast, and then they blew up in my face, and then I beat myself up, and I could be very critical. So it's helped me to have more kindness towards myself and work with myself so that I can actually start making new goals and actually work towards them and have those wins that my soul really desires. The other thing I learned is not to judge myself for wanting to win. I want to win. It is how God made me. It's also helped me to understand people around me, why they do things in a certain way, and why they drive me batty sometimes. So I'm able to take a step back and be kinder to them whenever my emerald critical voice starts to go like, you're so freaking stupid and inefficient, and how do you not, whatever. I just go, hold up, they're like this because of this, and it's been very helpful. So for me, that's what I got from GEMS, and I think what I would like to know more about GEMS is how to write stories in a way that, get more of that into it, because I feel like I have a communication blockage with other GEMS, and so I want to learn how to speak to them. And sometimes as a Ruby, I just don't have patience for it. I just go like, don't you just see it? This vision is amazing. Let's go. And so that's where I think I will need help and of course time, because I'm still learning. I listen to the GEMS training twice a month. Then I journal like crazy and I talk about it like crazy. And a lot of my close friends think have told me and thought, you're Sapphire. I'm like, nope. I was on the stage as a Sapphire the first two events, and then I realized, oh my God, you're trying too hard. As in, I felt like I had to be the loudest, brightest Sapphire in the room. Turns out that it's the Ruby thing to one-up them, to show them up. That's something that Danny said at the January 1st steps, and that's where I went, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting up there with a very bright scarf, and I'm moving it around so people can see I'm Sapphire. Well, I'm not. I'm Ruby. So that was very freeing, and it's been great knowing who God made me to be, so that whatever things that are in my heart, I can get out of my comfort zone and go try them and enjoy them. And now I understand why I want so many kids. It's just kind of like, it's in my DNA. Just is, be honest here, one-upping my dad. My dad has 7, so it's a competitive drive. It is. It's something. Why do I compete with my dad? Oh, that's a whole other root and a whole other fruit. Dynasty talk here. So guys, really, if you haven't gone through GEMS, it's helpful to have the training, I find, because you can replay and replay and replay it. And the second time I replayed the GEMS introduction after an event, I started to bawl and cry, because that's when I felt so connected to the Ruby talk. And then I went back to my first event's audio and I listened to the Ruby, and I was in such great denial. I did not want to take that for me, even though it was for me. That prophecy from 2015, I think it was 2015. It's the first time I went. No, 2016. That one in the video on Insider was for me too. And I was sitting there and I was filled with emotion, but I was thinking, nah, that's not me. It's my other friend. It was for me. So knowing who you are is identity in God. That's very important, and that's something you learn with gems that is priceless. So I highly recommend, if you haven't done it yet and you've heard some about it, don't just do the test and think you know what you know, because I've spoken to other First Steps and Dynasty graduates that have been going for years, and it takes years. I mean, Hans himself, it took him a decade to figure out his gem. So it takes time. There's so many things out there shaped by the enemy to tell us who we are and who we're not, that we have a distorted image of who we are. So dig deep, stay open, continue to journal. If you have done it and you think you already know, I'm not saying that you're like me, that you need 16 months or 18 months. I'm saying really journal, because knowing who you are is the key. This is really the key to your growth. Okay, bye.